To discuss this further, we can bring in Oneg Ben Dror, one of the report's authors. She's project coordinator of Physicians for Human Rights, Israel. Thanks, Oneg, so much for joining us today on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, to be clear, what sort of prisoners or detainees are we talking about here in the report? It mentions security prisoners, but those aren't part of Hamas or members of Islamic Jihad.
No. Security prisoners is basically an Israeli definition for Palestinian prisoners, political prisoners. Thousands of them are being held without being charged based on secret information and for unknown period of time, whether it's administrative detainees or Gazan detainees, the vast majority of Gazan detainees who are being arrested under the unlawful combatant law.
Now, you've said in comments, you've said that this report, that it shows that it's systemic and it will continue. Why?
So we bring, the report brings the unprecedented number, the highest that we know so far, 94 Palestinian detainees who died in Israeli custody in the past 2 years, but it's not we believe that the true number is much higher because of the enforced disappearance that Israel applies on Palestinian detainees from Gaza, and because it doesn't stop. Only after we finish the report, we talk about in the report from the period of 7th of October 2023 until the end of August 2025. Only in the past month, 4 more Palestinians died in Israeli custody. Among them, a 19-year-old from the West Bank, Ahmad Khadirat, he died because he needed diabetes. He suffered from diabetes. He needed insulin 3 times a day. And we are in 2025. People, 19 years old shouldn't die from diabetes. So we see that it continues with average of at least 2 Palestinians a month. And we speak about systemic killing because it happens all across the board where Israel is holding Palestinian detainees.
Now, Palestinians have long complained that there's less than ideal treatment and the conditions are not good in Israeli jails. So what's changed to make what was bad so much worse?
It became an Israeli policy of punishment, not only through taking one's freedom and liberty, but also through the conditions. What we see in all detention facilities where Israel is holding Palestinians is a policy of starvation, of denial of medical care, and of torture and abuse, physical and sexual.
And what's been the public reaction in Israel to the findings of this report?
I don't think the matter of Palestinian detainees really interests the majority of the Israeli publics, and if it does, usually they support harsh conditions for Palestinian detainees.
Now, this report, obviously, it made for some difficult reading. Were you shocked by what you learned?
We weren't shocked, but it just shows, first of all, the testimonies are horrifying, and we did cross-referencing with testimonies of Palestinians who were in the same cell with Palestinians who died. And, there are testimonies of people who were beaten to death. We saw also autopsies, 10 autopsies of Palestinians who were killed, and in 5 of them, there were very clear signs of physical assault, and in 6 of them, signs of medical neglect. And also, it's not the policy of killing and the enforced disappearance that makes it hard to understand how many actually died and what is happening, under which conditions they are being held, but also the cover-ups after that. So even in all the death cases, we don't know of any soldier, police guard, prison guard, and physician who was indicted for any of those death cases, even when there are very clear evidence that shows that these people were killed in prison.
Oneg, thank you so much for sharing the findings of this rather difficult report with us here on France 24. That's